Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual aviation aviator, and today I am in the Airbus A321 at Phoenix Harbor. Okay, so yep, that's where we are, Phoenix Harbor, and we've got the American livery, which looks like it's being loaded as we speak. So let's go ahead and get into the cockpit. Now I'm going to try something different today. I am going to use two sets of artificial intelligence applications, two different artificial intelligence applications to manage this flight. One would be Shirley, and the other one would be Say Intentions. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but in case it's a disaster, then I apologize now. If it's not a disaster and it does what I hope it does, then yay! All right. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. In the cockpit. Okay. So, Shirley, say hello to my audience.
Hello, aviation friends. I'm Shirley, your friendly AI Copilot joining today's flight from Phoenix. Looking forward to keeping things running smoothly and maybe sneaking in an aviation joke or two. Over to you, Captain.
Thank you, Shirley.
Silence.
So I guess the first thing we want to do is go ahead and touch external power. Get that on. And okay, let's see. Then next I'm going to just go down here to the console and check my brake is set. Check that my ignition is in normal mode and my mouses are off. Come on up, make sure my landing gear is down. Got my self-test going on, and let's go up to the overhead panel. Let's get our emergency lights on. I know smoking can go to auto and seat belts can come on. Okay, let's get standby compass on and our nav lights. Perfect. I got a friend, Captain Winstead. Captain Winstead, shout out to you. In fact, every time I do a video, I mainly give a shout out to those people who follow me, that I know tend to follow me. So shout out, Jeff. And let's get this on. Get the fuel on. All right, free supply. And let's turn ground control on. And we can start off, get those batteries on. And at this point, we can go ahead and start the APU. Give it about 10 seconds before we hit, well, maybe 20 seconds. All right, so I got a beep there, so don't recall getting that beep before, but maybe that's something that I can use to let me know that I'm ready to hit that start button. I'll get rid of that. Okay, good. And let's see, what else? Okay. So Shirley, I am getting the aircraft prepared, and I don't know if I've connected the telemetry for you, so let me do that. Shirley, by the way, my name is Frank, but for the purposes of this flight, just call me Captain White. Shirley? Shirley? Shirley, stop listening. Okay, so I'm going to end the call and reconnect it. I know right now.
Airplane teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
So it looks like the call finally did reconnect. And I want to make sure that I've got things set the way that I mean for it to be set. So I'm going to restart it one more time.
Airplane teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
Radio check.
Shirley back in a twin jet. Engines cold and parked. How copy?
I copy you 5x5. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, Shirley, I copy you 5x5.
And don't call me Shirley. Looking good at Sky Harbor with brakes set. What's the mission today?
Okay, so, yep, I'm at Sky Harbor and the Phoenix, at Phoenix, in the Phoenix Sky Harbor, and the mission is to fly this A321 from Phoenix Harbor to Denver, Denver, Colorado. So yeah.
Roger that. Phoenix to Denver in the A321. Clear day for a mountain hop. Ready when you are.
Incidentally, my name is Frank, but for the purposes of this call, you can refer to me as Captain White. Shirley? Shirley? Refer
Roger,
to me
Captain
as
White.
Captain
I've got your 6 and Looking good here at Sky Harbor. Let me set our destination waypoint for you.
That won't be
Denver
necessary,
International
Shirley. I am going to use the SimCapt flight plan, which I have yet to, I think I've already created. So I just got to get the programming done. Shirley.
Roger, Captain White. Ready to assist with the flight programming when you have that SimBrief plan loaded. Currently showing brakes set at Phoenix, engines cold.
Okay, Shirley, I will let you know when I get the aircraft up and running. Capiche?
Roger that, Captain White. Standing by while you initialize systems.
Okay, so looks like we've got Shirley set and standing by. And let's continue.
Roger, I see we're powered up now at Phoenix. Brake set, gear down, both engines cold. Standing by for your next move, Captain White.
right now, looks like we're gonna need about 20,000 pounds of fuel, 20,200, and we've got a final reserve and alternate set at 5268, which should be the sum of these two figures here. All right, so yeah, let's get that set up, and they're suggesting 23,000 pounds. See how much fuel do we already have on board? Let's see. Now, in fairness, I am still learning to fly the A321, and I fly so many aircraft that I don't always know where to find stuff. So bear with me. Right now, I am looking for the fuel level, and I should have oh, there it is, fuel. Okay, so right now looks like I've got 23,760 on board. Yeah, so I think I'm okay on fuel. So I am not going to do anything there. And my passenger count is 220, so I need to load them, and I don't think there's a way, at least I haven't found a way, to load passengers in real time for the Toliss. Maybe there is. Okay. And flight plan is active, toggle thrust is all, select departure runway, and let's see, departure runway. That won't be until I get see, here. This will calculate some V speeds, which tend to be off, but what I was trying to do was remember just how I calculate those V speeds. So I'm going to go ahead and quick click that. Nothing happened. I do have 1,200 pounds of cargo, and I'm only seeing 500. Let me make sure that my flight plan is indeed calling for 1,200 pounds of cargo. That's it. At the routes times the weight. Okay, yeah, cargo 1.2. So let's see if we can't sort that out. Let's see if we'll go 800 pounds at fourth and 550, 400, that's 1,200 there. And let's see, the engines are, the engines are more towards the middle of the plane. CG limits look okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Gonna go with zero, center of gravity is 27.2. So yeah, ground services, and I can go ahead and remove the chocks. Don't have to worry about any icing. So I'm good there. And let's see. Bear with me, guys. Let's see. Now, I guess I can shut this down for a minute and bring up this one and do my weight and balance calculation here. All right. Now my passenger 220. Thought it was going to read the cargo from where we just saw it. Okay, so forward we had 600 pounds, and aft we had No, no, forward we had 800 pounds, and aft we had 400. Okay. So, yeah, there's our 1200. Okay. 23,766, so good enough. And yeah, so 27.2 is our center of gravity. And performance calculation, we at Phoenix, that would be KPHX. Uh, I made the mistake of trying to type this on the keyboard without it being focused in the EFB. PH, Phoenix, PH, KPH, Kilo, Papa, Hotel X-ray. Okay. And what goes after that? Runway, let's see. Now, okay. So I got KPHX finally in, and let's see, let me pull up our flight plan again. And operational flight plan route. So we're gonna depart runway 25 right on the Mr. Bill 1 departure direct to Joppa, direct to Schnips, then to T-bar 3. We'll do the T-bar 3 arrival into Denver for the ILS 16 left if nothing changed. Shirley, did you get all that?
Roger, Captain White. I've got your routing. Runway 25R at KPHX, MISTBL1 departure, job SCHNZ. Then TBAR3 arrival into KDEN for ILS 16L. Fuel and loading looks good with 220 souls on board. Let me know when you're ready to call for push and start.
Will do.
Roger, telemetry shows we're parked, brakes set, gear down, heading 2161. Ready for your command, Captain White.
So at this point, I should be ready to hit compute and get my V-speeds. Well, no, I got some more stuff to fill out. And I thought it would pull this in automatically, but I'll fill this. Well, I can fill it out now. Shirley, can you give me the weather for Phoenix?
Phoenix weather, calm winds, visibility. 10 miles, few clouds at 20,000 feet, broken at 25,000 feet, temperature 22 degrees Celsius, altimeter 29.97.
What'd you say the temperature is again? Shirley? Shirley, I didn't get the temperatures. Can you repeat that, please?
Temperature is 22 degrees Celsius, dew point minus 3 degrees Celsius at Phoenix, Captain White.
Thank you.
Roger, telemetry confirms we're still parked at Phoenix, brakes set, ready to assist with your performance calculations when ready.
Okay, so I do recall the center of gravity being 27.2. Let's see, what was our takeoff weight? Any of you guys remember? Let's see. Takeoff weight was, uh, let's see. Now this is estimated, and this is, I should have had the passengers on board, so, uh, um, okay, I'm going to use this estimated figure, and that was 178,804. So we'll make that 179. Well, 178.9 since it will, point 0.8, since it will take the decimal. And flex is going to be standard. Config is probably 1 plus F, and air conditioning will be off. Okay, so let's compute. And that's what we've got is this. We need at least 6,077 feet of runway to get to V2. And yeah, I think we'll be okay with this almost 12,000 foot runway. Okay. Status is okay. So yeah, I can. I've got some data that I can use on the FMC, and we are flying American, and we do have the IAE engines installed on this particular flight. American actually fly both the IAE and the CFM engines, and this A321 has the more powerful IAE engine. All right. So I think we can request our information directly from the company. Flight plan data leak in progress. All right, I got that message. Flight plan uplink and flight and performance data uplink. Okay, so it looks like I got everything that I needed to get. And okay, clear those messages, and let's look at our flight plan. Okay, so we don't have the say I think it was Mr. Bill 1, the Mr. Bill 1 departure in here, so we'll need to put in our departure information and our arrival information. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so departure, and I recall 26 right. Is that correct, guys? You guys are younger than I am, so your memory is probably a lot better than mine. 25 right, Mr. Bill 1, and T-Burl 3 for our arrival into Denver, with 16 left in the runway that we want. All right. 25 right. Here's what we're looking for. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill 1. And we were going to go direct to something starting with a J. Let's see. Let me go back here. Was it JARPA? I think it may have been JARPA. Have to verify that. And there's a way that I can bring that into the avatar. I just need to point the avatar to where that information is at, but I'm not going to do that right now because that would just have me digressing. Okay, but I do want to look at the flight plan so that I can verify that the information is that it is Joppa and that is correct. All right. So Joppa. Okay. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Insert it. Okay. Cleared some things up, didn't it? All right. Yeah. Mr. Bill. Make sure I don't have Mr. Bill twice in there. Okay, I don't see it but one. I always pick something that makes sense and look for it a couple of times just in case. Okay, top of cloud, Joppa, and then slips that these two waypoints look familiar. So looks like I'm not gonna get out of my departure until I get to Joppa. So I got a lot of departure stuff in here. All right, so let's put in our arrival information. And who can remember what it was? It was T-bar. I don't remember that much. Arrival. And 16. I remember that much. I can't remember whether it was left or right. I think it was left. I'm almost willing to bet you that it was left. Yep. T-bar 3 left from ships. SHNPS. All right. So, and we'll do the ILS if hopefully the ATC won't change it. And we just have us descend on our own. Okay. And let's see if we got a ships in here. Okay, there's T-bar. All right, so this is the star that we want, and still looking for ships. SH. There it is. SHN. Okay. Think you get the idea. TSHNR, and double check. That's what being on the ground is for. They are not matching, so I don't want to use that. Looks like I may have to pull up a chart, so I can clear that out and re-enter it. See now, insert erase. I'm gonna go with erase. Okay. And for a second there, I was afraid I might erase the entire flight plan, which I don't want to do. So, Mr. Bill, and I'm not Mr. Bill, but T-bar 3, and by way of, okay, so I don't see a VIA, so I'm gonna go with no VIA, and I don't expect to see T-bar over here, but let's look. Not T-bar, but this transition, SHNPS. So there we go. Now I'm happy, and just on the off chance that I'm wrong again, it should check, and as luck would have it, I think I closed the flight plan down rather than minimizing it, but no worries. I'm able to see it in SimBrief, and the transition is correct. So let's go ahead and insert that, and let's see if we got any discontinuities. And while we're at it, we will check our plan first. Let's go here You know what I didn't do? I didn't do this. I didn't turn my deals on. Um, should have did that straight away. Let's go ahead, align this, and I don't think I'm gonna get it until my deals align, and that's probably gonna take another 6 or 7 minutes. Yeah. Let's see. So, lead, electrical hydro, flight controls, doors. Yeah, so I was looking to see if I saw something to tell me exactly how long they got before they finish aligning, and I don't see anything. I have seen something in the past. Like I said, I'm still familiarizing myself with this aircraft, but in the meantime, I'm pretty sure that that's correct. So hopefully I can remember to circle back and check our flight plan, but still I can go through it for discontinuities. So let's do that. Don't see any, don't see any, don't see any. Copper climb, Java, behind runway, that should end the flight plan. Okay. Now, if I was using the 737, the Boeing version of this, it would be a lot easier for me to read. Now, I do have a manual here, and a discontinuity after that, but I think I should do so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that out, because looks like that manual and discontinuity is the transition from a cliff, and maybe this thingy here, this star or triangle, represent the transition to the next phase, because here I can see that these starts the arrival, T-bar arrival. Okay, so let's go and clear that manual, and I can also clear the discontinuity in the same screen and insert, and yeah. Okay. All right. Happy. Cool. I didn't know that my alternate and missed approach shows up. Well, at least my missed approach shows up as in a different color. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So that makes things simple. All right. So I got a flight plan that I'm happy with, and start my iPad. I can use my iPad for a couple different things. Number one, I can use it to look at my flight plan so that I don't have to look at stuff. I don't have to point down to look at stuff. All right, so I am going to use my iPad to fill out some things. Okay, so I'm going to, now there are two things that I can do, or not two things, but I can either use these numbers, or I could go to SimBrief and use the landing performance calculator. I've heard that the landing calculator is somewhat more, how should I say, accurate. So let's use it and then compare the numbers. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to decouple this window and drop it over here. And this is my flight plan, and I'm going to go to performance tools. Okay, takeoff performance, populate from last flight. It's got it. Make sure that everything looks correct. 25 right is correct. And 174.6 is, I think, close enough. Takeoff weight 1788 is what I've got in this one, right? I know this is taking a while, but this is really and truthfully where the immersion really comes in flight sim. Okay, and I appreciate you being relatively quiet, Shirley.
Roger, Captain White. I'm here monitoring your flight planning process. I see you've been thorough with the performance calculations and route programming. Just as an FYI, I can confirm your departure runway 25R at Phoenix and arrival runway 16L at Denver. Let me know if you need any weather updates while you finish the setup.
Cool. That's good to know that when I'm in doubt, I can just ask you.
Always here to help with weather, waypoints, and route verification. Captain White. Standing by while you complete your pre-flight preparations. Brakes still set, heading 261 at Phoenix.
Okay, I lost my train of thought. I was going to, oh yeah, 1788. 1788 here as the takeoff weight. Flap settings were 1F, so one flat. Just realized what F meant. One flat. Bleed settings, I'm gonna leave that on auto. Anti-ice is gonna be off. Winds were calm. Temperature was 20, and 21 is close enough. Altimeter to 9.98. So, and the runway surface is dry. Flex temperature is enabled, and improved climb calculations are enabled. What pre-climb calculations does is it give me the maximum. It kind of keep me on the ground a little bit longer to build up a little extra speed before I rotate. Okay, so let's calculate that. And I've got V1 145, V2 V rotate 153, and V2 156. And if I compare that, the SimBrief number to the FMC calculator provided by Toliss, the developer of this A321, then I am coming up pretty close. Yeah, 160 versus 157. So yeah, pretty close. So yeah, I am, by doing this a couple of times, what it does is it, see which one to do. I want to pull up this one. It gives me the confidence to use since I think the SimBrief calculator is most accurate, then it gives me the confidence to use the tablet calculator um, without worrying that I'm gonna be pretty far off. All right, let me get these V-speeds entered. Okay, 145, V1, 153, the rotate, and 157, V2, I'm sorry, 156, V2. And the tablet had it at 150, 160, but as long as it's within 5 to 6 knots of each other, then I'm happy with either. Okay. Continuing our performance initiation data, runway 25 right, takeoff shift, we're going to use the full length. Flap is 1. One up. Was it one up? Sure. Flap settings one. Yeah. Nope. That's not right. I don't think. I know this on the tablet. I know this on the tablet. Oh, okay. This is THS. That's trim. Okay. So 1F. Yep. Is that? I don't think that's the right format. Nope, it's not. Still. 1 / how do I enter that? Oh, okay. This is flaps, and I already got the flat comic, and it's actually asking me for the trim set. So 1 / up, and that was up 3. Okay, I think that'll work. Yep. And flex temp was 52. Assume temp 42. Now I got a big difference between for the assumed temp. I got a 10-degree difference between the tablet, which is saying flex 52, and the landing performance calculator saying some temperature is going to be 42, a 10-degree difference. I am going to stick with the SimBrief performance number. Okay. All right, so I'm happy. And I think that does it. I've got the passengers loaded, and let's make sure that our APU is connected, and it is, because I want to just turn off the external power, and now I can have them remove the GPU, and I've already got charts out. Okay, so we are almost good to go. The only old thing I got left is to make sure that they are shutting the doors and retracting the jetway. So let's make sure that that's happening. I think the door is shut and the jetway is coming back. Yes, yes. Happy, happy. Okay. Shirley, are you ready for us to get these engines from cold to hot?
Ready for engine start procedures. Captain White, telemetry shows APU running, brakes set, external power disconnected, doors closed. Let me know when you want to call for pushback clearance.
Okay, so I guess the next thing I really need to do is contact ATC and get our clearance information. Before I could do that, I need to know what frequency clearance is on. See how immersive this is? I mean, there is a lot of things to do. Now, if I wasn't making the recording for you guys out there in YouTube land, I could go a little faster, but I'm happy with this pace. I know that on this one, I will put the index in so that those of you who don't want to see all this can skip right to taxi or takeoff. Okay. Now I could act my friendly co-pilot next to me for clearance delivery, and he would have given it to me. But I'm also want to show you my process. And my co-pilot did mention that he's listening to me and making sure that I haven't forgotten anything. All right, so clearance delivery is 118.1. So let's go to our radio stack and get that in. And I want that on COM 2. So Shirley, can you set COM 2 to 118.1? Thank you.
Kio M2.
And I guess we should listen to the ADA. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap that in. Go ahead and do the swap. And can you set ADA on standby? That frequency I'm showing ADAS is 127.575. COM 2. Shirley.
QM2 frequency set to 127.575 and swapped
Try
to
it
active,
again.
Captain
I'm not
White.
seeing 127.575 on standby. You're still not seeing it, Shirley.
Let me try setting that frequency again for you, Captain White. Telemetry shows Kio M2 still at 118.100. Let me know if you'd like me to try again.
Try it one more time. I tell you what, try it on COM 1, see what happens.
Let me set ADAS frequency 127.575 on COM1 standby. Frequency set on COM1 standby. Would you like me to swap it to active?
I don't think it took. Check the telemetry and see what you see. Well, we do know that you have some access to the comms, but this aircraft, in all honesty, is it's a really sophisticated payware aircraft, and sometimes uh, when an aircraft is this sophisticated, the developers will use their own set of data references as opposed to the standard ones. I don't think they did that with the radios, but nevertheless, I will go ahead on and set up the radios manually. So on COM 2, I want 12757. I'm sorry. What was the COM 1 frequency I'm looking to put in, Shirley?
For Phoenix ATIS, that's 127.575. What I see in the
127.
telemetry COM1 is currently 135.200 with 124.600 standby. Looks like you're right about the radio commands not taking effect in this sophisticated aircraft. I'll let you handle the manual radio tuning, Captain White.
Yeah, thank you.
Roger, telemetry shows we're still at Phoenix, brakes set. Heading 261, both engines cold. Ready to assist with clearance delivery when you've got the radios tuned, Captain White.
Roger.
Roger, telemetry confirms we're still parked at Phoenix. Heading 261, brakes set. I see QOM2 showing 118.100 with 127.550 standby. Standing by while you complete radio setup.
Okay, and you don't have to give me the telemetry after so often. I will like for you to give it to me occasionally, but not so often.
Roger that. I'll reduce the telemetry callouts. Just monitoring quietly unless you need something specific, Captain White.
Okay, so I'm adjusting my speed brake, and I'm gonna go ahead and get clearance delivery. 127,575. Let's pop
And
that
Mike.
in.
0051
first.
Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 20,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 22. Dew point -3. Altimeter 2997. Arriving and departing runways 8, 7 left, 25 left.
I can't
Visual
hear the
approaches
ADA.
in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short
But I
instructions.
cannot hear ADAS.
VFR departures
I can-
contact clearance delivery
it's not
on
that I can't
118.1.
hear it.
Advise on initial
Barely
contact
hear
you
it.
have information Mike.
And
Phoenix Sky Harbor
Don't know
International
why.
Airport. Information Mike.
got it set.
0051 Zulu.
Set.
Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 20,000
So-
feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature
Okay, guys,
22.
I am going to have to
Dew
make
point
some
-3.
changes to
Altimeter
my
2997.
recording parameters.
Arriving and departing
Wait.
runways 8, 7 left,
It-
25
which
left.
may
Visual approaches in
cause
use.
my
Advise on course heading, altitude,
Copilot
and if flight
voice
following is requested.
to become distorted.
Read back all runway
or
and hold short
echoey
instructions.
Or just
VFR
playing
departures
hard for
contact
you,
clearance delivery
even
on
though-
118.1.
what happens
Advise
is
on
the
initial
software
contact you have
will pick up
information
his
Mike.
voice, and his voice will
Phoenix
feed
Sky
back
Harbor
through the
International
microphone that I'm
Airport.
wearing on my head.
Information Mike.
But
0051
that looks like
Zulu.
I have no choice if I'm
Wind
going
calm.
to use
Visibility 10.
Say Intentions.
Sky conditions,
Also, so
view at 20,000
just bear
feet.
with me.
Broken at 25,000 feet.
Okay, so it looks like I've sorted out the issue that I was having with the radio. So let's go ahead and listen to the ADAS. And I hope that you can hear it okay. All right.
20,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 22. Viewpoint flight is 3. Altimeter 2997. Arriving at departing runways 8, 7 left, 25 left. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 118.1. Advise on initial contact you have information by Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Information by 0051 Zulu. Wind calm.
Calm.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions. You at 20.
Okay, winds are calm. That's exactly what we were hoping and expecting. So let's make sure that I've got my frequency set for calm 2. And we'll call up and get our clearance. Phoenix clearance. We'd like to pick up our IFR plan to Denver. We've got information, Mike, American 31721.
American 3171, Phoenix cleared to Denver by the Mr. Bill 1 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2, squawk 2523.
Let's see, so let's see if I can repeat that back. And clear to Phoenix via the Mr. Bill, clear to Denver via the Mr. Bill 1 departure, then it's foul, climb and maintain flight level 4,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes after departure on 119.1, walk 2523, American 3171.
American 3171, read back right.
Hey, wait. All right. So, Shirley, we've got our departure frequency. I guess I should go ahead and put that in put the squawk code in the transponder. In the meantime, is there anything that I have forgotten that you think I should be aware of?
Looking good. Captain White, just noting you'll need departure frequency. 119.27. Everything else appears complete. ATIS received, clearance obtained with squawk 2523, and Mistville 1 departure confirmed. Only items remaining would be your before start checklist when ready for push.
Okay. Before start checklist. Do you have a before start checklist that we can go through? Shirley? Let me ask again. Hey Shirley, do you have a before start checklist that we could go through?
While I can help monitor items, I don't have a complete A321 checklist in my database. I can see from telemetry that we have parking brakes set, engines cold, navigation lights on.
Okay.
All other exterior.
Okay, good. I've got it, and I'll take it from here. I actually do have a checklist in my EFB, so let's go ahead and take a peek at that. And before I start, okay, load sheet, check. Takeoff data is in. Mac is configured. We can run these tests right quick. Even though I've already got the AP running. The APU running, I mean. Okay, and are there any other checks that I need to make? I should go through this on my own without having you guys aboard. But for the sake of brevity, let's just say that all of my tests has been performed and everything is looking great. All right. And let's go back to the EFB, APU in and guarded. So yeah, come on down, and this has been done. External power is off. Pushback and startup clearance, at least some clearance. Well, haven't gotten our startup clearance. We get that in America. I usually get it from my ground after he hooks up and asks me to release the brakes. Then he'll tell me, "Hey, start them up." All right. Nose wheel steering is connected. Disconnected. Well, it's in the right position. It's connected. I can steer with the nose wheel. All right, windows and doors are closed. Beacon can come on. Let's see. Shirley, can you turn the beacon on?
Let me turn the beacon on for you, Captain White. I've attempted to set the beacon, though as we discovered with the radios, some aircraft systems may need manual control.
Okay.
Ready?
I got it. Beacon is on.
Roger that, Captain White. I see you've got the beacon on manually, ready for your call to ground for pushback when you're set.
Thrust levels are set to idle. Part brake. Accumulator needs to be checked and in the green. Yep. Part brake as required, and transponder, we'll set that to TARA during our taxi roll. Okay, so engine start checklist. All right, so let's go ahead and get pushback. And to get pushback, we need to figure out exactly where we're going. So I'll come back here. Got Phoenix. See, where are we? Airport. And airport information should bring up a chart. We are going to 26 left. Shirley, it's 26 left we're going to, right? I was at 25.
We're cleared for runway 25R, 25 right, at Phoenix for the Mistbill 1 departure, Captain White. I noted it from your clearance earlier.
Thank you. So given that information and our location on the at the airport, looks like they are probably gonna have us take now. See, they're probably gonna have us take Charlie to Sierra and then Sierra all the way down to hopefully to Elko, and then Elko to Elko 13. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. But I won't know until they actually give it to me. Okay, but at least we got some idea what me happens. All righty. Given that, we also know that we want to get pushed back with our nose to the right. I always have to work out my left and right. I cannot keep it memorized, no matter how hard I try. But now that I've thought about it for the rest of the flight, maybe I can go right-handed pretty easy. But the first time, I always have to work it out. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so let's do pushback here.
Ground to cockpit, where do you want us to put you? Ground to cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Okay. Got our tow driving up, and we got our pretty much ready for most things. The barrel was 29.97, so that's off. 29.97. And this is not the one with the cheat where I can do it once and it, yeah, but it's set across the board. 29.97 times 3 times 3. All right.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
Thank you. Other thing I can't remember how to do is zoom in to the navigational display. Maybe this will do it. No, that's just my light. Okay. Shirley, would you happen to know how I can zoom in on my navigational display, that is, make the
Tows connected and bypass pins inserted. Release the brakes.
I apologize, Captain White, but I don't have specific knowledge of the A321's display controls. Each aircraft implementation can be different, and as this is a sophisticated payware aircraft, those controls may be unique to this model. Would you like me to help with anything else while you work that out?
No, thank you. Thank you anyway. Okay. I'm so. Go ahead and release the brake. Just get out, push, and start. All right.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Wait. I'm gonna get past this red here with the engines before I start them. Start number 2. Got N2 rotation. Pressure building. Oil pressure is up. Oh, it's coming up. We got light off.
Operations complete. Set the brakes. Stand by. We're disconnecting the tow now.
Start number 1. Into rotation. Pressure's building. Oil pressure's coming up. Sounds like we got light up, light off. Nose wheel steering is okay. We got enough pressure now to call this a good start. I saw the aircraft switch from the APU, so we can shut that down. APU should be cooling down.
Tow's disconnected and bypass pins removed. Signals on the left. Have a good one.
Okay. No white, no blue. Let's get the predicted windshield turned on. Let's get multi-scan and all this good stuff for the radar and auto positions. And let's look for the pin. Okay, he's driving away. Is he? Okay, no, he's pulling up. Okay, he's driving away. Yeah, I'm missing the pin. In real life, I would call him, tell him that I'm missing the pin, and ask him to show it to me again. Okay. And let's get our trim set. And that was 3 up. Okay. And now, get our taxi light turned on. Taxi light is on. Beacon is, we started that before starting the engine, so that's just a check. And what else is there for us to do? Let's get our auto brake set to max. And let's go back to our checklist, make sure we hadn't missed anything. Engines, oh yeah, let's get our ignition turned back to normal. Okay. Engine mode selector is, well, we've done that. We've done that. Engine master, idle parameters check. Oh, this is good. And after start, Engine mode selectors, normal, APU bleed is off, ground spoilers, let's go ahead and arm those. Okay. Ground spoilers on, rudder trim is set to 0, flap set to 1. Let's go ahead and get those flaps set to 1. Okay. Pitch trim is set. ECAM status. Let's run through that right quickly. Leads look good. Pressures, cabin pressures look good. Electrical look good. Hydraulics look good. Fuel look good. Slight imbalance, probably from running the APU, but nothing to be concerned about. APU is powered down. Air conditioning is on auto, and they're in Fahrenheit. Cockpit, forward and aft cabins all look comfortable. All doors are closed. Pressure and the tires look good. Flight controls, checking those. And let's check out pitch trim again, because I'm reading 1 up, 1.5 up, and that should just be 1 up. So look like I got just a tad too much in. And this is actually a learning experience for me, because by doing this, it teaches me where to line this up with. So I actually was lined, see, pitch trim, see, flap, pitch trim should be 3 up, right? Pitch trim, see, takeoff performance. Just, yeah, 3 up. Flap should be 1. So, and I only have 1.5 put in, but now I know which error this needs to be lined up with. So I wasn't sure whether it should be lined up with this or this. Okay, I should get 3 up in the window, and I do. Actually, I got 3.1. So let me just do a little adjusting here. All right, 3 up. All right, good stuff. All right, good stuff. All right, and that concludes our after start checklist. Not quite. Get to my cabin call. Make sure everything's good back there. And spoilers. So I should arm those. I thought I did already. And takeoff config check. All right. Nope. Everything. See. I see no blue, so I'm good to do. There's a rhyme that they use regarding blue. Anyway, I don't know what it is, but next time I hear it, I'll try to make a mental note. All right, so let's get our taxi on. Let's go back to this checklist and make sure we got everything checked off. Econ status. Engine ice is required. Wing ice is required. AP master APU master is off. ECAM doors and slide are armed. I don't know where to look to check that, so that's a question that I am going to have to ask somebody. If any of you guys know, how about dropping it in the comments for me? Nose wheel steering is set and clear to disconnect. Okay, oh good. All right, next thing is taxi. And taxi clearance obtained. No light is on. Parking brake is set right now, and let's turn the parking brake off and hold the brake while we go through this. Shouldn't take us that long. Developing checklist discipline is something I really got to work on anyway. Elapsed time. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start the chrono. Okay. I usually don't start. I'm used to starting it in the Boeing as I take the runway. Okay. Run. Thrust levers as required. Brake. Check those. Flight controls have been checked. AT clearance. I gotta get for taxi. Data revised. FCU alt. I'm not sure what they mean by FCU alt. Okay, flight control unit. That's a good one, and I should have dots across the board. Let me go ahead and set my initial altitude to 4,000, which is what ATC gave me, and that's why we do these checklists, because I would have missed that one. Radar is okay, and we've already turned that. These are on auto. ATC TCAS set to takeoff. Let's go ahead and turn these on, lest we forget. TCAS. And TARA. Now, in real life, I don't know if they would have a problem with me turning it on right here or not. Terrain on navigation of display, and let's see, waypoint. I don't see any button specifically telling me how to turn the terrain on, and so I don't really know how to do that. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to say as required, auto brake set to max, takeoff config has been tested. To memo, check no blue, and cabin report is received. All right. Next, check checklist is before takeoff. All right. So let's go ahead and get clearance. And that frequency, tune this radio to 1, make that active, and on this one to 1 also, VFR 1, all right. And they're gonna give me some convoluted taxi instructions, I'm sure. So let me be ready to copy with an ink pen, and let's see. And Shirley, please listen out for the taxi instructions when I contact ground.
Roger, Captain White. I'll monitor ground frequency and help verify taxi instructions when you receive them.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is so good having you aboard to help me out with some of this stuff. Now, what's next? What's next? What's next? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to verify now. Let's see. Shirley, what was the ground frequency again?
For Phoenix ground, we'll want 121.9. You'll be requesting taxi to runway 25R with information flight.
Okay.
Standing by while you contact ground. I'll help note down the taxi route they assign.
Let's see, and tower frequency was 118.7. After about an hour here on the ground, configuring and getting stuff ready, we're finally ready to taxi. 118.9, did I say? 118 point. Shucks. Shirley, what did I say the tower frequency is? I think it should be 118.7. Sky Harbor ground, American 3171 is ready to taxi with Mike.
American 3171, cleared to demo via the Mr. Bill 1 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 350 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2 squawk 2523.
Cleared to Denver via the Mr. Bill 1 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 040. Expect flight level 350 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2. Squawk 2523, American 3171.
American 3171, read that correct.
Now this always happened. I was not trying to get well, that didn't always happen, but check this out, guys. VFR1, 121.75. VFR1, 121. This is where the problem is. I got Mike set for standby frequency, which is 118.7, and 118.7 is tower. So how did 118.1 is clearance, so why did I get clearance when I keyed my mic? All right, so let me set this to COM 2. Let's try that. And